made some more progress. This field and a small alfalfa field over here then. So it's right at about 30 acres. It's pretty wet yet, ground's wet, but yeah, this will be a nice grass hay here. There's a little bit of alfalfa in here, but alfalfa is thinning out over the years here in this field, but yeah, looks be some really nice grass hay here in this field. Real nice stuff, and then a lot of alfalfa there again. And, yeah. Oh, it worked pretty good today, I guess. So didn't have a slick of trouble. Conditions were far from favorable. The ground was damp or wet in some low spots. So a lot of times my tires were wet. It was a little, not ideal conditions, but really it's kind of our only little window here. They're saying thunderstorms in a couple days here, so not too bad with the mud. Not too bad. It actually does pretty good. Like all those stupid dirt mounds, yeah, they didn't cause too much trouble. It kind of cakes up in here a little bit, you know, if it's wet. Kind of will cake on there, but it kind of cleans itself off, or I'll just take a pry bar and clean it off real quick, and sometimes it kind of gets stuck on the bottom of the, underneath here on the sheet metal, sometimes if there's too much, but yeah, stupid dirt mounds, good grief. Sometimes some of those things have little rocks, little pebbles in them too, depending on where it's at on that, some of this ground. Kind of annoying. I checked all my knife sections. They all look okay. A couple of them have, you know, nicks and chips in them, but pretty sharp yet. So we're good. Yeah, I'm glad I got my little rear view camera on there, or little camera there looking at the rolls. It actually is kind of handy. I can see what it's doing, and for the most part, it's just I got it set where it's just hitting that baffle right now, so it's making a wide windrow. So, but that be useful for when I'm having to set the windrow in a little bit tighter. I'll be able to see what it's doing back there, and also just make sure stuff's still flowing good, I guess. You know, just something to look at, I guess. So it's kind of useful that I got the camera, so it works good. One of those things, I'd rather have the crop get a little more overripe than have it get it cut down and then it gets rained on. Then that's, you know, I'd rather let it stand, because it just fares a lot better then. But it kind of more or less, that though, it kind of delays for the next regrowth, though, is what it does. But usually, I guess for us, we don't get too many opportunities for second cut crop. But this year, if it keeps raining, yeah, we're gonna definitely have some second cut to do alfalfa. So we're gonna be a hot one today. Just finished up some spraying, and yeah, gonna go eat something and go out try raking it. The one grass field, and then the alfalfa, I don't know if it's ready to go or not. I don't think it's gonna be. That stuff was thick and green. So, but oh yeah, I should start that fan. Got the rest of that Durham clean though yesterday, and yeah, just hauling out all the screenings we had from all the Durham we cleaned. We cleaned probably, it was probably from the first time and this time, I bet it was like 4,000 bushels worth got cleaned. Maybe even closer to 5. We do have a problem with the baler though right now. I don't know what the heck happened. You know, we got it out this year and everything sounded good and hunky-dory, and then we baled that one day, the first stuff, we baled that up, and there's about 7 acres worth it didn't get baled up because it's a little too green yet, and so it was too wet. It got rained on then, but yeah, I went to bale that yesterday, and all of a sudden the baler started making a funny noise then. That flighting in there. Oh, I did not grab my thing in here. Okay, I did not grab my light. Yeah, I guess you can yeah, that flighting there, like that flighting there kind of keeps the that roller clean down there. What that flighting kind of does with that auger, that's bent. It's that flighting kind of hits that roller there in the middle, and we had a chain hooked up to it and big ratchet tie down, pulling that thing as far as we felt comfortable, and we got it back a little bit, but it's still a little bent, still hits a little bit, but it's not as bad as before. We had a lot of pressure on the thing. I don't know how that thing got bent. Dad's got no idea either. I don't know if we got a rock up there somehow, but I don't see how though. Just, I don't know. Thought it was maybe one of the bearings on either side, but those bearings are fine there. He was feeling them too when he was finishing up. He felt them, testing them with heat gun and by hand. And this one was maybe a little bit warmer, but nothing that was like alarming. So I don't know how much guy can do there unless we rip that whole shaft out and heat it up then and try to bend it back then. Even then though, there's no adjustment for it. It's just set in stone. The bearings, they're not slotted or anything. It's just where it sits. That other roller looks fine. It's not. It's runs true. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Figure something out here. We'll see. Get a chance, maybe just take that whole thing out and try to straighten it. I don't know. Can't imagine what a new one costs. And if you can even get it. Man, this stuff is insane. I don't know if I've ever experienced a hay crop like this so far. Even on this lighter hill here, and this is pretty light soil right here, and for it to look like that, unfreaking believable. There isn't so much CRP anymore in the area. We usually always got a lot of grass hay from there, but so I need some anyways with this stuff. So but boy, raking is a lot easier with the hay bind head, that is for sure. All I gotta do is just drive right here and good to go. Only granted is we're not using the full extent of what this rake can do, so because can't take 3 windrows right now, so I have less down pressure on the rake right now. I turned that nut so the rake wheels don't have so much, so we're not really don't have to rake that hard. I guess this thing's a lot of fluff, really. A lot of fluff here. Yeah, that is just insane. Even on this light hill here, soil, that's amazing. About time we get to have a good hay crop. Waiting a few years for this. I guess it is the full capacity of the rake now. kind of where the field ended here. Taking pretty much maximum right now. Close to it. Had a little problem there. I gotta watch how I do the finishing off a field. I gotta leave some more space. Else it starts pushing on the heads of the hay vine either side. It starts pushing on the windrows, so gotta manage that. So yep, I'm gonna quit. So hopefully this evening I'll can rake this, get it baled up tonight. So hope the rain just stays away. Could have a stray thunderstorm today, really. Kind of like what happened on Sunday. It's kind of muggy and hot on Sunday, but it, you know, they were saying like 5% chance of rain. It wasn't supposed to rain till the next day morning. They had 2 little squalls come through, fast movers too. That dumped got a ½ inch out of both those little, total out of those both little storm cells that came through. Just little, I don't know, they were probably, I mean, they basically formed south of us, and I think they're like 20 miles by 20 miles wide, the storms. They weren't very big at all. They just moved really fast, brought some wind and everything, but that could happen today too. Field is still wet here yet. Unbelievable. Ground's dark. Man, yeah, we'll definitely get set and cut off of this field. Oh, darn it. Not used to doing this. Yeah, that clover came roaring back. That field was bare pretty much close to it after the cows last winter or fall. Just that down next week. Checking the loader bolts, mounting bolts, make sure they're tight. Periodically check them after I hook the loader back up all the time. They were a little loose, so as everything kind of settles in again. I'm probably not like most guys when we move bales off the field. If we do row any, depends on the year. You know, I don't usually congregate them to one big pile or 2 big piles. It's most of the time it's just most of the time it's just making small little piles just to get them out of the way in case we end up cutting some more. And you bladed this road again. Just making little piles here and there. We just come around with the trailers then and pick them up then later. So the neighbor over here is crimping some, I don't know if it's oats back there or if it's rye or something. I'm not sure, but he has to drive through one of my fields just to get to that because the north side's underwater again. He can't get through up there again, so letting him go through my field again, so calls ahead of time. And so he said he hates having to drive down my crop to get back there, but it's like, what can you do? There's not a whole lot a guy can do when you got crop back there. You know, just pretty much just let me know ahead of time, that so I don't all of a sudden see tracks, you know. So it works out really well. He does reimburse me a little bit, just whatever he thinks. I don't charge him anything, just pretty much free will donation, so whatever he thinks it's worth. So yeah, the thing is, this used to be cropland here, you know, but I just seeded this little corner here because I have some durum right beside here, and I'd rather deal with the hay tools here instead, a lot smaller than having to deal with an air seeder, a sprayer, and a combine here. So it's like, so I seeded this little area, just an alfalfa crop, hay crop, a little bit easier to manage. So sure, some of you will get broken up again if this thins out or something, but until then. At least this gravel pit makes a nice place for a bunch of beehives. Holy smokes! That's crazy. I've never seen so many in one place before. Wow. There's probably at least 1,000 boxes there. It's crazy. Right by one of my fields. Yeah, that water came up. I seeded through that, and there's standing water in there. Oh. The water just keeps coming up. Oh, there's quite a few bales here. Yeah, it's almost done with this field. We're gonna go rake that alfalfa and bale it up tonight. Yeah, it seems like he's making them pretty big too. They seem a lot bigger than they normally do. Some dry hay. Just some dry hay. We wanted to wait a little bit longer to bale it up. Wait till I got a little cooler out, but those thunderstorms though, but that is a nice bale. Whew. Whew. Okay, I guess they have to make them a little tighter this time. It's almost at a net wrap. There's a stripe on the bales right now. Kind of waiting around a little bit. Yeah, I can hear that flighting, ticking, a little bugger. Won't smell anything, so. You can hear that thunking a little bit. That's just that flighting hitting it. Oh, not yet. Ah, it takes forever. It's like that takes forever to run out when you want it to run out the net wrap. Also, when you want it to last a little bit longer, it's like, oh, I'm out. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. I don't know. Thistles. Just don't know. It's getting. The sun's gone now, so I don't know. The stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's not quite ready. I don't know. It doesn't feel bad, but I don't know what to say. Dad's making his, well, Bale does. I had this raked from this morning. There was more grass in there from this other field. It's kind of half and half, so, but he's finally baling some of that pure stuff now. He's up on the hill now. Went to that low spot, it showed wet on the monitor. Now it's, you got out of it then, it shows perfect moisture, so just gonna wait. One thing with alfalfa, we don't want to rake it during the heat of the day. It's just, you're just losing quality, or not, well, yeah, losing quality, losing leaves. So I'd rather rake it early in the morning, but with yearlings getting out and late start then, and you know, just didn't quite get to raking this, plus the chance of rain too, you know. Hate to have it in a big window like this, and then that gets rained on, then it's, I don't know. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, that's why you see us going so slow with the rake here, especially on alfalfa like this. I don't want to go fast raking alfalfa. I don't. There's 0 point unless you're trying to beat a rain or something like that. Then that's another story then, but I don't know. Gotta be gentle with alfalfa, because you want to maintain these leaves on here. That's where the quality is at. I mean, this is some top-notch stuff right here right now. This is some really good stuff right here. So, just swallowed a bug, eating mosquitoes. So, yeah, that's why I just don't want to rake alfalfa fast. Just don't want to. I want to keep everything intact on here. I'm not used to a crimper yet. That's about it. Not used to it. Just too wet. Dad just called me, so we're just gonna let it sit. Can't do anything with it right now. So if it don't rain, well, maybe we'll finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow late morning, maybe. Well, I don't know if that'll be enough time really, but I'm sure it's gonna be really wet tomorrow morning. It's pretty muggy, so